Welcome back to another episode of Dev Talks, where we talk about everything engineering and technology with your host, Travian. Once again, welcome back. Hope everybody enjoyed the last episode, especially when we kind of dived into how sports and technology kind of got meshed together. If you haven't listened to that episode, please go back and listen to it. I feel like you either learned something or it might just be interesting to you. So just go back, hang out, listen to it, and leave a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and do the same with this one and share and all the fun stuff. I enjoy talking to everybody in the comments. Let me know your questions and things. But I really appreciate the support and everybody listening and subscribing and all of that. What today's episode is going to be about is let me just kind of leave you with the question really to think about the whole episode. Would you pay for more attention on social media? And I say think about this question because social media has begun to fall into a subscription based thing where we'll be diving into and learning a little bit more about and discussing how I feel about these new changes coming to social media, especially in this year. Thanks, and let's dive in. And we're back. So, first things first, there was a whole thing that was going on when Elon first took over Twitter and stuff, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows where I'm going with this. Um, he made he made quite a few changes to the platform and everything. And one of the biggest things was when Twitter Blue got announced. Now, Twitter Blue was a subscription thing that was 8 months, $8 a month, or like $84 a year, and it was supposed to like get rid of certain ads for the user and also boost their post and things like that. And normally the verification check mark and that blue check mark means that that person is who they say and they're a trusted source or something like that, news source, or just that person is who they are actually. Well, this kind of made some issues that spiraled out when this first subscription thing came across because I very vividly remember the that there was a person who made a fake account for what is the drug cost it called it was a they made a fake account for a drug company and paid for the Twitter Blue. And a lot of people, this was very fresh when the thing was getting tested on the platform and things like that. This is before you can click the Twitter blue mark and you can see if it was a previous verified account or if this person was verified through Twitter Blue. But they said that they were giving out all this drug for free or at a certain price, and the actual company ended up losing so much money off of it that it was not funny. Like if that was your own company or something, like I could see how you can be pissed off and things, but that company and a bunch of other companies and things like that were getting impersonated, and we're gonna get a little bit dive into a little bit more of that impersonation stuff later, but they were getting impersonated and it was really affecting businesses and things like that as well too, starting off. And you can see how this can be a problem, especially if it's not like not a actual company and it's just somebody just trolling and messing around. And the only way to verify Twitter Blue, I believe, is with like a phone number, and you don't need any other proof besides that. But that um in two worlds can be scary, and I see how it can be harmful and stuff. But Twitter definitely dropped the ball when it came to that, especially with the verification things. And a lot of people who were paying for this verification and thinking that it was like a cool new thing, but other people kind of feel some type of way because they had to work for a certain to get to a certain place to get to a verification standing. So you can definitely see how this can go either way for sure. Um, the blue users are basically just, as I said, they just get more attention and stuff like that. And I believe they fixed it now to where there's a difference. So, like, if you're ever looking at something like ESPN, it will say it's a trusted news source and all this other information. It's a different kind of verification if you really understand it and you get what it is. I don't think their stuff is really like has anything to do with ads and things like that, but besides the ones that they give out and things, but this Twitter Blue thing is more for like a content creator kind of thing that you want to use if you're actually a content creator, not one of these companies. I feel that's kind of the feel that Twitter Blue is really giving out. It's that kind of verification thing. It's really just to help out the creators and stuff, and then also help Twitter recover some of that revenue because they were not making any revenue for the longest time, apparently. So it definitely drove a lot of problems and stuff like that, but social media besides Facebook did not have any like really pay systems implemented inside of them. Like most of the stuff was free despite like even Instagram had some like advertisement paying stuff. That's kind of like where they lean at, but like actually boosting your content and what you put out there in your tweets or posts and stuff, that wasn't really something that was probably super big. But this is the world that we got stuck into and stuff. So recently, Mark Zuckerberg sent out to a group of people and stuff like that through Instagram for this Instagram Plus thing that it's called Meta Verified, basically. So that Meta Verified thing will be $12 a month on the web or $14 a month if you're on mobile using it. I can assume a lot of people are doing this on mobile, depending on really how you make your content and stuff and how you make your posts and stuff. But if you're a solo creator, it's most likely you're doing a lot of stuff on your phone. You're going to be sending the videos to your phone and posting them on your phone and things like that. And you can really see where it may or may not go and things like that. But basically, this comes with a few benefits and stuff. Despite what Twitter Blue just was, it does boost your post the same and stuff like that, but you also get customer support, like your own little easier customer support person, like right there, and also an impersonation feature to help others from impersonating you and things like that. So, starting with the customer support thing, I've had Instagram for as long time. I'm sure everybody's had Instagram for a long time. And whenever it came to like my Instagram not either getting an update or features missing or I need help with certain stuff, it was always hard to like, I feel like really reach out and get help from Instagram and stuff and like fix your account and things like that. I had to do a lot of looking around. It wasn't like an easy like consensus thing when I had issues years ago and stuff. So when I heard this customer support thing, yeah, it kind of sucks that you have to pay for this in my opinion. Like I feel everybody should get the customer support that they need and stuff like that. Like just off the get go and things like that. Maybe you get some priority if you're paying. Like I can understand that, or if you're getting like your own little rep for becoming verified. But that's more or less what I'm kind of thinking about when I hear customer support stuff, and I don't agree or stand on the whole paying to get better support or like easier access to support. I don't know. I just feel like that should be in a feature regardless for Instagram. But yeah, so I don't know how I feel about that part. But the impersonation feature that they add from this is how they learned from Twitter, I feel. I feel Instagram is a company that steals a lot of stuff. They stole stories from Snapchat. They just take and take and take a lot of different things. They took the reels from TikTok and things like that. So they let other people test stuff out for them so that they can put out the stuff and have it working. And especially in my opinion, that's how it's really working for them. And that's how they're going to continue to go across stuff. Like they're going to constantly evolve and take stuff from people and their platforms and stuff. So why not let Elon test out this new system with having people subscribe for a certain amount and just try to make money off of that. But now you gave Facebook another revenue idea and you tested it out for them and how it's going to work. And what happened with Twitter? People impersonating companies, other people, things like that. Elon had to go through this crazy banning and suspending um spree on accounts for impersonation and stuff like that. It had to like catch up and fix it and try to fix it the best he can. There was already a lot of damage done, but Instagram, before they put it out, they learned from others' mistakes, which is one of the best things to do, and they are doing it. So kudos to them. But I have a big question on how this is going to be. So when it comes to like verifications and stuff like that, especially from for companies versus yourself, a lot of people market themselves now and are using themselves as kind of that like business sense and stuff like that. So I can understand, well, Instagram would require your driver's license or an ID for this verification thing for this meta verified stuff. But if you are just trying to verify your business page or stuff like that, would you still use, I mean, can I really want to know the limitations to this. I want to know if you can only have one verified account per ID, or how is they gonna ID the right way for certain businesses, especially small business pages and things like that for people who want to use that besides just themselves who just want to market their small businesses or things like that, or new platforms that they're starting, or like podcasts, for example. Like even this podcast, if I have an Instagram page for this podcast and I actually recently set up and I'm about to start posting on there. So go look that out. I'll link it in the description so everybody can try to find that. Go follow that page. I'm gonna start posting all my updates and stuff on there as well too. Some shorts and things like that, especially with the news that TikTok may go be going away soon. Which we'll see how that all goes and how everything floats. But back on task, I wonder how that whole verifying business is going to work out for small companies and businesses, and if you can use your ID for multiple different accounts, and how that how the gist of all of that's going to really work. I want to kind of play around and test this. It is only thing about playing around and testing it is I feel like $14 a month on mobile is a lot. Like Twitter Blue is $8. Instagram, yes, you have more features probably. You also boost posts and stuff, and you'll probably do it better than Twitter, honestly. And in my opinion, they'll probably do it better than Twitter. I feel, but it does still seem a lot like, I know the mobile companies and stuff take like a certain percentage away, so they raised it a little bit more for the web versus the mobile, but maybe if it was still like $8 to $10 or something, or whatnot. I'm trying to figure out how they kind of put together these pricing, and then also if I want to verify multiple accounts, I guess I would have to use the boost thing for this verified thing for multiple accounts too. So say if I have two accounts, that's $28 a month. And say you're small, you're not really spending that much money, but yeah, you have to spend money to like really grow and stuff. So I'm really thinking about how all the testing stuff is going to be able to go around between your business and personal. And but if your business or whatever your how your marketing is yourself, then obviously you won't have to worry about this, and you probably won't have to go that deep into this and stuff like that unless you have an extra business or extra business pages and things like that. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm also wondering how much I wonder if there's a way to scale and test how, besides, or if anybody's done any testing, how much more boosting and priority your posts will get versus other posts and stuff, especially if you're starting with nothing and growing. YouTube kind of does a good idea deal with like getting your content out there and stuff, but it's still very tough. But at the same time, you're not paying for priority on YouTube, kind of, unless I'm sure some people find certain ways to do it and things, but from a standpoint, I don't think YouTube Premium is an item that boosts creators and helps creators and stuff. I think it's more of an thing to like boost extra content that they have on their platform and stuff like that, and like get rid of the ads on their platform. That's kind of what YouTube Premium is about, or Red or whatever the YouTube thing is. I've never paid for it, so I can't 100% be honest and personable about that. But yeah, so now like let's take it back, guys, and back to the question I asked in the intro is like, would you pay for these clicks and stuff? And then even if YouTube had something like this, would you pay for it? Or um what would you say is the right price to subscribe to a social media thing? So, and I don't even think a lot of people like, I don't think this is for a normal person. I don't think this is for just normal people on Instagram and things like that. And Twitter, a lot of normal people who are on Twitter bought this stuff just for like the hell of it, for fun and stuff like that. But I think it's still a very small amount of people who actually buy this kind of stuff and put in money into the stuff. So it adds a little bit of revenue to these companies' pockets and stuff. But I just feel like the only way that this would somewhat be useful is if you're a creator, probably starting out in a way, or you're trying to get your content more out there and grow. But I just want to see how it scales compared to the free version of social media and not for I won't recommend any average person on these social medias to really pay for these kinds of things, because I would feel like it's kind of a waste for you in that sense because you're not really your end goal isn't to make the most out of it, and then I feel like you're just wasting that money month after month after month after month after month for nothing really. Maybe a little bit more attention and stuff. Maybe pay for that, but I feel like it's really to just help that marketing stuff for you and yourself. Facebook's pretty good at that and boosting certain posts and getting posts out to where they need to be and stuff like that. So maybe that's just how stuff will go. But that's about it for today. Just wanted to kind of go over if anybody would be willing to pay for these social media and pay to use social media. Could you imagine if social media was subscription only? And how many people would come off of that if that ever was a thing, like near in the future, and they turned it into that? Really curious on how Meta Verified is going to work compared to Twitter Blue. So, really want to know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hope you guys enjoyed listening and stuff. Don't forget to check out the last episode as well too. And thank you for listening in with Dev Talks.